Guys, myself, Chrispreddie OBE, hitting you with a quick one. Real talk, true season. Now, I just want to let everybody know, just in case you haven't figured it out yet, knife crime does not have a colour. You're just another number. Knife crime don't have a colour, you're just another number. And the reason why I'm saying that is, I saw a video yesterday and everyone keeps going on like, let's keep it real. It's the black issues, young black boys stabbing young black boys, black on black, black on black, black on black. I just saw a video yesterday in the Asian community in West London, man them kicking off. Now, I'm not saying it just to segregate everyone, I'm saying it because there is no colour. It's happening to everybody, it's happening across the board. Up, down, north, east, south, west. You know, once they're up north, down south, I don't care where you are, it's happening because of the social media, because of the demographics now. So it's not about living in a block council estates and that's the reasons why these kids are running around stabbing each other. No, it's about the urban culture now that's been fed in through the social media, through the music, through the films, through the games, through the language, through the understanding that we allow. So these are the kind of things that we've accepted along the way. But take a look at this video before we get deeper.
देखिए तो आपको देखिए तो गाड़ी बंद ली मैं जलाऊं जो किसी को हवा पुलिस ने ये को लीजिए अलार्म था भाई कैसे अलार्म था देखो ना agua उनको तो आसे जा यो जो तेरी तभी उन बातों जा आस्ते जा इनके गोटो ना बेटा ए माइक से बोलो बोलो आस्ते से बोलो बोलो ए माला वा
Yeah, the sauce on
look at this guy, look at this guy.
You see what I'm trying to say? Big on the street, you know, bare man. 30, 40 man, everyone's just in the streets. But no one's really talking about this. No one's raising it. No one's not saying, raw, the Asian community, man, them man are kicking off and rare. No one says it when it's in Manchester and it's predominantly white or Southampton and raw, them man are kicking off. But anytime it's a black issue, we're always pushed to the forefront. Oh, look what they're doing. Oh, they're stabbing each other, all the rest of it. I'm just letting everybody know, like, we need to stop stereotyping each other and come together and say, do you know what? It's happening on our streets regardless. It doesn't matter. Knife crime is just going up, bare numbers. You think parents are caring when you're telling me, oh, but it was a young black boy, or it was a young Asian boy, or it was a young white boy. Do you think that parent cares what colour that person is when their son is dead? Do you think that person cares when their son has been injured? Do you think anybody cares what colour that person is? So I'm sick and tired of hearing these little strap lines and these newspapers and young black boy gets stabbed and all these kind of things, and terrorists, all this kind of stuff. We need to wake up. We need to wake up and smell the coffee, and everyone sits there and goes on like, it's not my community, it's not my family, it's not going on to my people. Like, it's happening to all of our people, and we sit there and we only bash each other. You understand what I'm trying to say? Oh, look what's going on there in the black community. Oh, look what the white people are doing over there. Look what the Asian, look at the Chinese. Like, all of a sudden, coronavirus now, everyone's like, oh, look at the Chinese. Like, we love pointing fingers. We love hey, terrorists, Asian, oh, little black people, they're always stabbing and they're always thugs. Why do we always like pointing fingers? But we can't come together and be like, right, we're all being suppressed, we're all being victim blamed, we're all being labelled, but no one doesn't want to step up and be like, right, like, how do we come together as a community, as human beings, and saying, do you know what, guys, we're going to be the only one to change it. We're talking about laws and legislations. We can change laws and legislations, but we've just got to get off our backside and be the ones to change it. Not waiting for them to change it. We can change it within our own community, within our own characters, the way that we love our neighbour, the way that we help each other. Not sit there and film someone and watch them being beaten up before you're calling the police, before you're calling the ambulance, before you're trying to help them. No. We don't do that in the community when you're seeing a group of boys and they ain't got nothing to do and no one doesn't even want to say, do you know what, let's get to the council and say, enough of these ball games around the area, take that down, let's give them something to do, let's give them some activities, and we need to start running our own little campaigns and saying to the government, cool, you lot don't want to do your thing, we'll manage our own areas. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? We'll make sure it's clean. We'll make sure that we're setting up little businesses and little jobs where kids can go around and start doing some jobs like litter picking or jet washing the bins for a couple of pounds. You know what's there when he's 13, 14? We can do that in our community, but nah. God forbid if we have to really put in work. God forbid if I have to really get off my backside and do something. God forbid if I do something for my own child's future. Now we rather materialize, we rather give them anything they want, we rather run around and be in denial and sit there and say, rah, like, my child is not a bad child, and what am I meant to do, and I'm only working a certain amount of hours, or the dad's not around, or the dad is around, and the mum is around, and you are doing, like, there's always 1,000 excuses that we can throw into the pot right now. But the fact of the facts is kids are dying. Don't know if anybody's noticed right now. Like, kids are dying rapidly, day in, day out. Just thought I'd let you guys know, because it seems like sometimes we're sitting there like it's not real. This is reality. This is real life. It is real. Take a look at this picture of this young boy that's been stabbed. This is real. It happened today. Shadwell. So do you understand what I'm trying to say? It's like this happening in multiple boroughs, multiple places. It doesn't matter. Like I said, knife crime does not have a color. It just has a number, and we don't want to keep making the number count rise and keep going up to a point where it becomes normal. It's become normal. It's become normal to see this day in, day out. It's become normal hearing the politicians and the MPs sit there and dictate our lives. And sit there and say, well, you know, we're going to try and put money into this. And, well, you know, we're going to try and do a campaign, you know, when we're going to put some stuff on chicken boxes. And, like, and we laugh at them like, are you dumb? Like, how can you say that? Rare, but why are we laughing and why are we waiting? Let's come together. We're the ones in the community. We're the ones that know that what we need and what we don't need. So why are we waiting for someone to come in to tell us what we need when they don't even know what we need, and they're not even asking what we need? And a lot of times we don't even speak to the young people at fact. We don't even go into the young people and say, yo, like, what can we do? What do we need to do? We always assume, we're always assuming, oh, when I was growing up, I had a playground. When I was growing up, I had youth club. It's not that era no more. We're in a social media world, a technology world, an understanding where kids are all about tech. So we need to put things into place where maybe the youth club is more of a tech youth club. It's not even a youth club, but it's more where they can create apps and do certain little things where they can actually use that social media for a better platform or for a better understanding. No, what do? We allow it to promote violence, glorifying the image and glorifying the same thing repeatedly, day after day after day. I was in the prison just yesterday speaking to influential young men. Like, that's doing powerful things. But like I said, we gravitate towards the negativity. Don't give me no positivity, Chris. Oh my God, it's too much. Oh, like that person done good. I'm going to show you a young girl. Right now, take a look at the picture of this young girl. That is like exceeding. She's 10 years old. Like near enough a genius. One of the world's smartest girls. She's coming from South London or coming from the ends. And we don't represent that. We don't step up. We will look at this right now and be like, right, that's kind of nice. Still, that's cute. That's nice. But I guarantee you was more interested in the video when I'm going to put in the title like, oh, like Whitechapel, like fight goes off and rare, and everyone's like, oh, what's going on? But if I was talking about this young girl being a genius at 10 years of age, we wouldn't promote it. And everyone sits there all the time. Oh, Chris, we want more positivity. We want more positivity. Share it then. Like it then. Engage with it then, because we always sit there and saying that we want something, but we don't end up having it. And the ones that are people that are asking for positivity and they see my other posts, it's like, well, that's the one that you gravitated towards. That's the one that you clicked on, like everybody else clicked on. So you've got to start understanding yourself, not me. I'm that person I'm just being the vessel of what I see. So don't blame me for my truth. Don't blame me for what I see, and don't blame me for my experiences. If you don't like it, then get up and do something about it. If you don't like it, then you do a video. If you don't like it, then you go into a school, a college, a youth club. Do something. Don't sit there and Twitter finger and feel like you have all the answers because you've read a book or because you've read into something. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Everyone feels like they've got all the knowledge because they've gone on YouTube, bruv, and done some research, bruv. Sit down, bruv. Have a biscuit. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? It's about interpretation. Doesn't mean just because you read the book, you need to take that book as gospel. It's somebody else's truth. Somebody else has written it. I'm not saying that you can't absorb that information and absorb that wisdom, but sometimes we just read things or take things for gospel. Sometimes we've got to be a little bit transparent and say, okay, how do I shift and navigate through that, through my experience, through what I've been through, for what I'm trying to do? And if we don't give our kids substance, then what are they going to be able to learn from? This is what they're learning right now. That violence and corruption and crime and stabbing and just having to go out there and defend for themselves, to a point, kids are looking at me like, well, Chris, I need a knife. I need to defend myself. Someone's trying to kill me. If someone's trying to kill you, what is the first thing that you're going to do? You're going to defend yourself. So sometimes I can't even blame them for having a knife. I can't blame them for having a knife, but at the same time, we've got to blame ourselves for not giving them the right mindset and making them feel like they have to go and carry a knife.